Hey everyone, Caffeine Man here, and today we're going to be going over the Monster Juice Bad Apple. Yeah, why is that so exciting? Because you can't find this drink in the US, so how did I get it? It's coming right up. Hello again everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. And in today's video, we're going over the Monster Juice Bad Apple. This drink is not in the US, so if you are one of my US viewers, which is like 90% of my audience, you're not able to find this drink. So how did I get it? I got it from Energy Drink Josh, who recently sent me a package. We do energy drink exchanges. He does energy drink exchanges with other people, and one of those people is Eric's Sips. He is overseas and he loves to try all the drinks in his area. He exchanges with Josh. Some of the extras come my way, so thank you to Eric Sips. You can check him out on Instagram, as well as Energy Drink Josh, because Energy Drink Josh gets so many drinks, you are bound to see something you haven't seen before on his Instagram page. Thank you to both of them. Let's talk about this drink. And in looking at the nutrition facts panel, most of that stuff is in conversions and stuff, the metric system. Do I need to convert all that? Yeah, I should. Well, I'm not going to. I'll convert the easy stuff that you guys care about. You can look it up yourself if you want to find out that other stuff. But you're getting 32 milligrams of caffeine per 100 milliliters. It's got 500 milliliters. That is 160 milligrams of caffeine, which is your standard for most Monster energy drinks. As for your carbs, you're only getting 9 carbs, and that is coming from 8 grams of sugar, which, listen, I gotta say this. A lot of the people overseas are jealous of the US because we get so many energy drinks that they don't get, and I understand that. But I gotta admit, the energy drinks that you guys do get, we can be a little bit jealous of too. Like, if they end up bringing this Bad Apple to the US by some chance, I can guarantee you that that drink is going to have at least like 52 grams of sugar, 56 grams of sugar, an insane amount of sugar in it. And they did that with the Monster Mule. The Monster Mule here had a ton of sugar in it, but the ones overseas, like, oh, this is either sugar-free or 6 grams of sugar or some low amount of sugar. And with a lot of people in the US being more sugar cautious, a lot of the supplement companies have been coming out with sugar-free energy drinks. Sugar-free energy drinks have really been kind of taking over the US, making sugar drinks a little bit of a thing of the past. There are still people that love their sugar drinks. They love their original Monsters. They love their original Rockstars. Love their Full Throttles and Nazes. But from all the research I've done, those people are few and far between. And I'm curious how people would react if Monster and those other companies did start having less sugar options, just because it is medically proven. It is a fact that high amounts of sugar are just not good for you. But the US doesn't really care about the health of their citizens like other countries do. Other countries have regulations on caffeine, sugar, and lots of other things, which is why this drink only has 8 grams of sugar. Let's get off this high horse and continue to move on. This drink does have a lot of your common Monster energy drink ingredients in it. Some of the minor changes are because it is juiced. It does have about 6% juice in it. And those juices are coming to you by apple juice, pear juice, kiwi, and sour cherry. And the juice concentrates, if that matters. But how do these drinks get to be so sweet like most of the Monster drinks, even though it only has 8 grams of sugar? They pump it up with sucralose. And let's go ahead, let's taste it out. And here's a can. I'm definitely liking the can. A lot of your regular Monster cans end up being kind of plain, kind of simple. But when it comes to the juice cans, they always put really nice graphics on their juice cans. Their Papillon had some butterflies on it. The Rio went with a whole bunch of Rio themed stuff. And overall, just some nice looking cans. They decided to call this one Bad Apple. So, you know, they're giving you an apple being handed to you by a woman. Got some religious themes going on there. But I don't get into religion and politics on my channel. Probably why I don't have as many viewers as a lot of the other people. People love controversy, and even though I hate Monster, I try not to go too crazy overboard. Who am I kidding? They're my most viewed videos is controversy as to why I hate Monster, and then that follow-up where I have some choice words to say about Monster. But no matter what, I still give them an honest review. They do have some really great drinks out there. I'm definitely curious how this one's gonna be. A decent amount of apples out there. Some of you might be saying, what's this guy talking about? There's really not that many apples out there. We're looking forward to a good apple. But would you be surprised if I said there's more than 10 apple flavors out there? Yeah, you're gonna be like, I go to the store, there's not 10 apple drinks out there. But they're not all in stores. A lot of the energy drinks are usually at either Vitamin Shop, GNC, supplement stores, not in your everyday stores. But what if I told you there's more than 20 apple energy drinks? You'd probably be like, this guy's crazy. But what if I said there are 30 apple flavors, whether they're apple kiwi or apple mixes? But yeah, I think this one makes it 30, and that's just based on what I reviewed. I don't review every single energy drink out there. Hard to believe with all the cans that I have, but there are definitely a lot of apples. I am curious where this one is gonna fall compared to all those. You'll see that when I go over the Caffeine Man rating chart. Let's taste it out. I'm not gonna go too crazy with the pour. These drinks have traveled a long way, all the way from across the country to Josh, to me, and probably survived all the way across the country without losing any carbonation. But then once you got here in the US, I like to throw these boxes around like they're playing rugby or something. Got a nice apple juice color there. And typically, these drinks can sometimes be energy drink colored, or sometimes they add a little color for whatever the flavor is. And I guess that's kind of what they did with this one. They made it look like an apple juice, which I'm curious if they are going the way of apple juice, or if they're going the way of more of a caramel apple. But there's only one way to find out. Let's taste it out. Interesting. More from the can. So for carbonation, you're getting a medium carbonation out of here. Once again, not sure if that's from the travel, or it does make sense that it would be a little bit lighter than the regular drinks because they might be going for more of an apple juice feel to it. So they don't want it to be overly carbonated. They want to give you a smoother feel. For your sweetness, I do think you're getting a high amount of sweetness on the low end of high. And for your flavor profile, I am also going to say it's a high flavor profile on the low end of high. And for that flavor, just like I said, they were going a little bit smoother. It does remind me of an apple juice kind of flavor. And that's why I said it was kind of interesting, was because I immediately got a little bit of this apple juice flavor, which I'm not a huge fan of apple juice, but I'm not going to like subtract points if it does taste like an apple juice. I think Ray's was probably one of the only companies that their apple drink was, I think it was called Juice Box, and actually tasted like an apple juice. Whereas most of your apple flavors, they really tend to go more of a crisp apple flavor, or like you're eating an apple, as opposed to that apple juice flavor, which is a little bit different. It's definitely different than a normal standard apple flavor. But that apple juice flavor, just as I'm starting to think, oh, it's apple juice, I'm not a fan of apple juice, but I gotta be honest about it, it hits you with this tartness to it. That's a nice, good apple tartness, and then it lingers a little bit, and then it goes into something else. All this time, you have that apple juice flavor subtly being lowered, and the apple juice flavor up front wasn't even that strong of an apple juice flavor, but that apple juice flavor lingers as you get through the tartness, as you get onto the back end, and then what's on the back end, I would be uncertain of it if I didn't actually read the ingredients on the can. You can't always taste the ingredients on the can. Sometimes these drinks put pineapple juice in there and you can't taste any pineapple whatsoever. And trust me, if you read the ingredients on some of the juices, on some of the juice drinks, or even just some of the regular drinks, you'd be surprised as to what juice concentrates they put in there that you can't taste. But I do think I am tasting a hint, a touch of the kiwi and the sour cherry on the back end. I'm gonna go back in. I'm gonna go from the cup because I left some in the cup. And I honestly don't think that other people will pick up on the kiwi or cherry unless they watch this video and said, you know what, I think I can. I think Caffeine Man said you can pick up on it a little bit. But whatever the case may be, I think you are going to pick up on a little bit of an aftertaste on there, and that aftertaste is a good aftertaste. And like I said, that apple juice follows it all the way through and just subtly gets less and less and less. You hit that tartness, and I'm just going to keep doing this thing. I'm going to say apple juice continues to tartness, just because I like that. It was a really good representation of what's happening in the drink. So I'm going to do it like a dozen times. No, I'm not. Anyway, where's it going to be going on the Caffeine Man rating chart? That's the important part. And it's an interesting one because if you like apple juice, I think you'll like this flavor. But it's not a super strong, solid apple juice. I'd like to see more of an apple flavor, like a lot of the other apple drinks out there. But they went more apple juice. The apple juice doesn't seem to be as strong as it could if they are going for apple juice. The tartness does help it out. That aftertaste gives it a little bit of a compliment. But I would think they'd still want to be a little bit more apple forward. Still a great drink. I am going to give this an 8.5. Solid score for a solid drink, especially for being a non-US drink. Oh, Caffeine Man, don't be a US snob. Still a great drink and an 8.5 solid score. And even though there are stuff that scored a little bit higher than it, just go by the number itself. It's a good drink. And if you are able to get your hands on it and you like apple juice, I recommend trying it out. Even though I don't recommend drinking Monster in general. They are an evil company. Thank you again to Eric and Energy Drink Josh for sending me these drinks. I do appreciate it. If you want to check out that first video as to why I hate Monster, that is an older video. It only has some of the reasons why I hate Monster. If you want to check out that second video, once they destroyed Bang, bankrupted them, and purchased them, check out that video right there. Yeah, you heard me right. That's what they did. That's evil. Definitely check out caffeineman1.com. That is my own personal website. Yay! And until next time, have yourselves a great day. Or night.